Hey Aries, so this is going to be your monthly message for May 2020. Okay, so let's get started. So, the Lovers comes out in reverse, along with the Three of Pentacles upright. There could be a turnaround in some dynamic within some kind of event. A turnaround as in a decision that has to be looked over, something that may no longer be happening, a union being formed, that could no longer be happening. You may have to, it may call for you to say no to something, or someone saying no to you, because there is more reflection to be done. There is more work to be put in. There may need to be more honesty. There could be a lack of that. There could be a lack of effort in some way. Someone could be moving too fast. Someone could be moving faster than the other person. I feel like there's another party involved. If it's not a romantic situation or a group of people, something that's work related. Yeah, it's something like that. Or if no one is involved and this is just you, then that makes a lot of sense too. Because it all comes back to you anyway. It all comes back to self-reflection. It all reflects back to you. There could be something that you may need to be more openly honest about. Maybe there's something that you're still not really speaking up on enough that may consist of you needing some sort of guidance that's outside of you, or guidance, just from others. There's some sort of support that may need to be incorporated here. But there has to be an even flow as well, especially when it comes to communication, mainly with communication. There has to be some kind of balance within that communication. And what words, what's being exchanged. Keeping in mind that it's important, it's significant, it's not something that won't help move the situation forward for you. It's something like, no, this is what we need to talk about, shit like that. So there could be something that requires more effort and more time, more looking after. There's something about this dynamic that can hold a lot of significance, and the only way to see more of it and see more of what it brings is to get in touch with what's already here. Getting in touch with something that you may not be giving enough attention. Maybe there are parts of yourself that you're not nurturing, you may not be nurturing yourself in some way enough. Maybe there's something about really tending to your needs first, and how that may need to happen. Something about that's very important and that requires your attention. It may need your attention. It's like you're discovering more and you are learning more, but maybe you want movement, and there just isn't that right now. There isn't any of that right now. There needs to be more internal movement. There needs to be more action that's happening internally. Or maybe there needs to be more, if it's something that you need to work on in the physical, it's something about give more focus to these certain aspects. Give more focus to this specifically, because if you allow other things in, or if you don't put enough focus on this one thing, that's why connections aren't being made. That's why things aren't really moving. And even if they're not meant to move anyway, there's still something that you need to understand. There's something that you need to take time out to really, to gain some sort of momentum. It's like you need to gain some sort of understanding. Because there's in some way, shape, or form, you need to slow down in an area to really, I guess, understand what it looks like from within, what it looks like on the inside, not just the shell. Give me a minute, please. It's like some sort of teamwork, some sort of effort that you need to put in more of, that it doesn't require, it may be something, you don't want it to look that way. It's like you may want to do things your way, and you can't do it your way right now. It calls for getting more involved with others. It requires to share more of yourself, so that there's some sort of equality here. There's fairness here, you know? Something like that. Right now, it matters that you put in the work, and if it calls for you not putting in the work on the physical, but more internally, then just do that work. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Your response, whatever it is that you need to reflect on, and if someone needs your response or something like that, don't feel like you need to get an A+ on this shit. You know, this is a journey. This is life. Like, you also kind of need to find that, you need to find that understanding for yourself, so you can find that peace that you need to have within yourself, so you're not constantly overworking your brain. You're not constantly overworking yourself, overworking your mind. There's something that you may be stubborn about, a way of thinking that you're not letting go of. It's something that, it's like you're getting closer to a higher level within something, but there's something within that you need to let go of the way you see it, on the way you perceive it, or it's something like that. There's something, it's the way of thinking. You may need to move on from it, a part of it. Because then we have here 10 of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So if you are incorporating something that will give more, it'll show more equality in some way, and it'll bring more harmony to a dynamic. It'll bring more harmony and balance in some way to your life. Don't you think that that's kind of the way you should go? Or is there just something about it that's like, there's clearly something about it that you don't agree with? There's something that you're still not connecting to, that you're not all the way understanding, and that's fine. But you connect to spirit, because you can hear spirit. You know, you can hear when you're being told to just hang on a little longer. You can hear when you're being told to just put in a little bit more work, put in a little bit more effort. when you can separate that voice from your own, you know it's divine. You know it's real. So there's something that you may need to lighten up on. There's something that you may need to kind of like fall back on. And you could be in the process of your perception changing within that. But you're still adjusting. So therefore you don't all the way like it, or you don't all the way like know about it. You're not entirely sure about it. But this is moving you further. This is moving you forwards. So there's only more for you to learn. And it's fated. Yeah, I think you could be kind of coming into something that it's like, it feels like you have to let go of a way you see something or the way you do something. Prince of Cups comes out, along with Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck and Queen of Wands. Yeah, here you are. Lust is underneath this. This is a lot of passion, a lot of drive, a lot of fire. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy shit. It doesn't mean you can't have what you want. But there are certain tests that come beforehand. There's certain things that you may need to experience and that you may need to verbally express in some way. You need to it's like it has to do with vulnerability. It's like when you let go of something and you see the deeper meaning of it and you see the bigger picture within where you are, it's like more answers are shown, more ideas are formed, and more clarity is given to you. You're able to kind of figure it out. You're able to figure the rest out. But handle what's in front of you right now and understand what connects to these aspects, connects to these details within your experience. There's something that does require your time. It does require your presence so that you can get to the other side. It's slow movement, but it is movement and it is definite. But understand what you manifest from here on out, like the way that you manifest your future. It's all within what you say now, how you do it, how you say, how you move, all of that. So just be in the moment. Every time you're in the moment and you're creating, you're speaking, really live in that moment and really be aware of where you are in that moment. I don't know. That's really all I got for you. Love you. Bye.